just about set for football as we welcome you to SoFi Stadium, Inglewood, California. Tonight, AFC West rivals do battle. It's the Denver Broncos and the LA Chargers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. And off we go from SoFi. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning those as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL.
A big play right out of the gate on the first play. And even 50 yards.
First down.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Find the holes along the back end. And then the throw, you can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
He's going to run it. And Nix with the wise move there at the end. Sliding to a stop, but he's got the first down.
First down, Denver.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And the Broncos are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
The 2-yard line.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
And he's going to be stopped in the backfield, taken down back at the 3.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes ball carrier down for a loss.
Harvey, and he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And that is incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And now it's fourth and goal.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting after failing on third.
Lux's kick is good. And the Broncos will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the overall pick in the 2020 draft.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic, and he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. First-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's complete. It's Rad McConkey. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield.
13 yards on the play.
Call it a gain of 13. And they have the first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming through his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
On play action. Now Herbert. This pass caught. Right side. It's out. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And the Chargers.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Throwing on first down is Herbert. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
It's a 10-yard
If you're
loss.
going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a
At the
massive
50-yard
loss
line.
on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now, Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. From the gun, it's Herbert. He gets this one complete to Johnston. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Charger first down.
Chargers first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Motion man is Johnston. And that is Incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
Fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Broncos offense ready now for their second drive. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. Up the sideline to the 40. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
First down, Broncos.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
Elijah Molden on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the Chargers' 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's second and 2. They'll turn and hand this one off. There he goes. Inside the 30. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 16-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
This one complete to Sutton. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Straight ahead goes Harvey. They'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunity.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Broncos.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He gets it to go. Broncos take a 10-3 lead.
Broncos 10, Chargers 3.
after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. The return, here comes Davis. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On play action now, Herbert. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Glad McConkey, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that.
That's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down. He'll get this up past the 40-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Chargers 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Shotgun now for Herbert. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one, and it'll be 3rd down.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation, and instead he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. They get 12 yards on that pass. 1st down, L.A.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Herbert keeping it on the zone read.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense on what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Putting the tight end in motion. So we are through one here on Thursday Night Primetime. It's the Broncos with the early lead. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this 2nd quarter as they've got it starting 3rd down and 2. It's a pickup of 13 yards, and the Chargers have the 1st down.
Yards on the play.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
at the 23-yard
The key
line.
to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
They send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one.
Yards to go.
And third down coming up. Motion man is Johnston. Throwing is Herbert on third down. He's got room to roam. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. Give him 13 on that screenplay. And a first down.
And the Chargers.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
He'll get a yard or two to the 8. Second and goal.
Singleton on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 8-yard line.
McConkey in motion. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And nice work there after the catch. He was a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually,
and he will drive his way into the end zone. Justin Herbert, touchdown Los Angeles. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it, and the Chargers will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. 35 yards.
What do y'all do? Guys, let's pick it up.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And I don't think he got there wrapped up in the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be knocked down hard in the backfield. Loss on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down. What a hit.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Tight end going in motion here. They'll go again with Hampton. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. And he is very close to the 1st down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there.
He was covered by
and it'll be 2nd down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Denzel Perryman. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
Defensively on 3rd down, Mike, that's the money down. You have to find a way to get off the field. Most offenses are going to be more pass-heavy, looking to throw the ball downfield to convert. How can you dial up the pressure just a little bit, force an errant throw, and in this case, come away forcing the turnover?
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. Throwing, Herbert. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And it'll be taken down, but that is a good return. They'll set up shop at the 30-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Broncos offense back onto the field. For their next possession, they'll do so with 1st and 10. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Denzel Perryman in on the stop.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
2nd and 5. A run once more, that's Harvey. And the defense there to meet up. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Next, from the gun, on 3rd down. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Denver 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Work in the middle, that's Harvey. He'll push forward for about a yard. Deion Henley there on the tackle.
Midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. 3rd down coming up.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught right side. It's Franklin. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. Out of bounds, a couple of yards short. It is 4th down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he overhit that just a bit. Lands beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. They'll bring this up to the 22. D.J. Jones, the big defensive tackle,
He was taken
with the
down
stop.
at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Now it's Herbert. On the out, connected with Allen. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the
It's a gain of
45.
25 yards on the play.
They get 25 on that
Chargers,
connection.
first
It's
down.
good for a Charger first
First and
down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking
14
drive.
more
Pickup
yards.
of 14
That's
and a
another
first down.
Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50.
A gain of 27
A gain
more
there of
yards.
27 yards.
Another Chargers
Man,
first
when it
down.
works well, the
First
zone
and 10,
reading of
18-yard
beauty.
line.
It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. On first down, Herbert. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
By
Zach Allen getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
Now a 3rd and 2. To throw is Herbert. They'll try to set up the screen here. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the
No
way.
gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go. It's Hampton. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. Motion man is Johnston. Now Herbert. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Oronde Gadsden. Touchdown Chargers. Dicker now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chargers make the lead 4. It is 17-13.
Broncos 13.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll start out first down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. They'll stop the clock at 24 seconds to go until halftime.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Nix to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Third down, they need 5. Play action now. It's Nix. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. Looked like he was over the scene for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return.
At their own 40-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Motion man is Johnston. Herbert now on 1st down. Throwing right, that's Johnston. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Putting the tight end in motion. Herbert to throw on 2nd down. He'll swing this out to Hampton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 25 yards, the pickup there. 1st down, L.A.
The Chargers.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Allen in motion. It's a pistol run, and it's Hampton. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Herbert. This one finds McConkey. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They get 24 on that one. And the Chargers have the 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the 1st down.
He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Nick Bonito there for the tackle.
2nd and 7.
Waste of time.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 7. Play action now. It's Herbert. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
It's a gain of 18.
What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Conklin goes in motion. Hampton. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
The ball carrier brought down just shy of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
The ball a little closer now. It is second goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
The line of scrimmage to the 4. It's third down and goal. Here's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's fourth and goal.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On the ground, this is Harvey. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. Throwing is Nix. They'll try to hit him with a screen. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Nix from the gun on third down. That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. How about that play off the call sheet to convert 3rd and 18 for a first down?
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
On the bootleg, it's Nix. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it'll lead to a second down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On the zone read, this is Nix. The defense not fighting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Chargers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Hampton trying to work inside. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That is left side and taken in by Allen. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, Hampton. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down and 3. Another run here with Hampton. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Herbert. He gets this one complete to Johnston. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
A pickup there of 25 yards. It's good for a Charger first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
They send the tight end in motion. They'll go with Hampton. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing. Herbert. Short throw taken in by Disley. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Trey Harris.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Chargers field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good.
Makes the score
And the Chargers will
23,
extend their third
Broncos
quarter
13.
lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get back to work. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Got a man over the middle, there's Sutton. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Denver.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 4. They'll go play action with Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Now, faking the give. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 39 yards.
I think that's just a coverage bust defensively, Mike. Somehow they lost track of the big tight end as he's getting vertical. By the time they realize it, he's already in position to make the play. Big time pitch and catch brings up first and goal.
To the 5-yard line.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
Now here's second and goal. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Third and goal. Here's Nix to throw. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down. Back at the 8-yard line.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. And Thursday Night Primetime continues after this. Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This to get back to a one-possession game. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. A return now from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the give, here's Hampton. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. That one good for a dozen. A very quick first down.
Chargers.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Herbert now on first down. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
We'll find Hampton out of the backfield. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 6.
Motion man is Harris. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
And the Chargers.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Now a play fake. Herbert. A very good throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the fourth quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Harvey. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. He finds his tight end, Ingram. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
6 yards on the play.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chargers offense ready to get back at it. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
From the gun, it's Herbert. Quick throw, slam, caught by Johnston. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 8.
Now Herbert. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll 4th down.
4-yard gain.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
To return, it's Mims. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Broncos offense starting to trot out for this next possession. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Nix. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
He's really struggled with his accuracy all game long, and when you look, Mike, I think he's had some opportunities downfield to connect with his guys, and it's one of the biggest reasons they find themselves trailing here late in this game.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Nix. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He's got his man. He finds Sutton, and he's down inside the 40-yard line.
24-yard gain.
A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Broncos.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there.
27 on the play.
That's good for 27 and a first down.
Well, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch right there, and that's something that every offense stresses, the ability to be equally effective run and pass on any given snap. They follow up the successful pass play with a big explosive run.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
That's just bad timing by the offensive line. They've got to get their linemen out in front of him, so either the linemen need to go faster or the back just needs to be more patient, but either way, they're just not in sync on that screen pass.
And he overshot his man. Out of the end zone, that one's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown, but now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Chargers offense ready to take over once more. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. A run, this is Hampton. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
On 2nd down, they'll fake the handoff and hold on to it. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's now 3rd.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, L.A.
It's a gain of 11. And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Hampton. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They'll let the fullback try to push the punt. 15-yard pickup there. And the Chargers have the first down. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Hampton. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
A loss of a yard.
And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run out of the gun with Hampton, and they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here, and now it's going to be 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. A give, and here comes Hampton. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll come up now for second down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. That one good for 26 yards.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's caught on the right side by Sutton.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield. And it all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing, all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed it.
Herbert down to an 8, and that should wrap this one up. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chargers are winners here as we say so long from SoFi.